Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and I was just finishing up my workout, and I work out in my little basement, which is also my storage room, my home office, my laundry room, and my lovely Refashionista studio, all wrapped into one tiny package. Oh, and my home gym, right? So, as I was finishing up, I spotted my chair. Now, I am 100% sure that everybody has a chair like this, maybe multiple, because I also have one in my bedroom, where you just kind of throw everything. So this is my Refashionista chair, and it truly is. Like, it's a vintage chair that I upcycled, refashioned, and made it cool, although you wouldn't really know anymore because it's covered with things to be refashioned. Anyway, so I spotted this gorgeous, very polyester vintage man's, I think it's like a spring coat, but I don't know. I really don't know how you would wear this except for like a throw over a t-shirt or something, because it is very thick, but it's also very cool and very, very vintage. And as you know, I love vintage tags. Anyway, so today we're going to refashion this and make it into something that I will actually wear. And here we are, standing in our lovely t-shirt. Take a moment to read, please. It is very accurate for so many of us in the world. Anyway, so I have the jacket, and I'm just going to slip it on. Oh, before that, though, 1 second. This is very, very cool. So I really do love vintage tags. And how cool is this tag? You can't really see it. It says Simpsons 100% double knit polyester. So this is like double the polyester. That's not what that means, but it's funny. Anyway, so we're going to put this on, and I have my lovely Gen X readers there, and you know, it's, I can't, things go fuzzy when it's close to my face, but I can see, you know, for 500 kilometers for some reason. Okay, right. So what I was thinking, oh, there's my pin, is, my dog is upstairs right now eating a bone, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it's very, very loud. Anyway, I'm just gonna put a nail. Okay, so the idea here is to make like a little kind of cropped jacket and maybe a skirt or a bag. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I think right above this button or right below this button. Yeah, so we do just below the button, and that's where we're gonna chop it. Editing Sheri here, popping in to announce that my fancy, brand new, redesigned website is finally up and running. I am so proud of this. I put my blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of swearing into this site. So please do pop on over to refashionistasherry.com, join my Refashionista revolution, and let me know what you think of the site. Okay, so we have the top part sorted out. We know what we're doing with that, but what the heck are we going to do with this? You need to help me out and let me know, should I do a bag, like a messenger style bag, like I did before out of those 2 pillow cases? I'll link that tutorial down below for you. Or I could try to make a skirt out of this with like a different pants waistband up here on the top, or a pair of jeans. I have a tutorial for doing that too. I'll link that one down below for you. But I really don't know. Do you have another idea? What the heck would you do with this bottom piece? It is incredibly sturdy fabric that does have quite a bit of stretch to it. And again, it's already survived pretty much, you know, half a century, so I think it can survive half a century more at least, but we got to figure out what to make out of it. So here is a tip for you. This type of lovely thick vintage polyester doesn't really fray no matter how much you scratch at it or pull at it. So these can also be no-sew refashions. If you have a jacket or a shirt dress or something like this out of this fabric with buttons up the front, you can just chop it into a little jacket if you want and head out. Okay, so now it is chopped. And now my lovely boy Skelly is downstairs here with me. I'm sure you can hear that, you know, kind of rolling around all over the carpet and just having a grand old time. Anyway, so The jacket is actually okay. I do have to shorten the sleeves, so I think so. We'll do that next. I was just going to flip the sleeves inside out to chop them off and make them shorter. And I noticed, look here, you see, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the original threads that probably held on the label, the price tag, whatever. And over the, I don't know what, 40, 50 years of the life of this garment, nobody ever removed these. So you know what? I am going to do that. So now I am simply going to ignore Mr. Skelly in the background being a cuckoo banana brain and chop off the sleeves. And I'm going, sorry, he's being so funny. I'm going to chop off as close to the seam here as possible, but I'm going to leave this finished interior seam intact just to, you know, make my life a little bit easier. Then I don't have to worry about finishing that off later. And now that the camera's on, now you're going to be shy and silent, right? Okay. Hey, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm Skelly. All right. You can go back to Crazy Town now. Okay. All right. So I have my sleeves inside out and lined up, and I'm just going to eyeball this. I know I need to have, I don't know, about 5-ish centimeters shorter for it to be comfortable. So I'm going to do a little bit less than that because seam allowance, right? And chop on through. So here is the main torso body part of my jacket. I have it inside out. And you know what? It's now like a cute little cropped vest. So if I want to be done, if you want to be done at this point, go ahead and just enjoy your cropped vest. But I want to get these sleeves back in. So I have the jacket vest part inside out and my sleeve is right side out. And I'm just going to put my sleeve into the armhole here. And the wonderful thing about the side seams or the underarm seams is you can just match them back up perfectly as they originally were and line up all of the edges as best as you can. And once you have it all nicely lined up, and like I said, you're going to have this overhang here. It doesn't matter. Chop it off later. Just make sure everything lines up nicely. Then go stitch it together and repeat on the other side. So I was thinking I was going to finish off the edge with some of my lovely trims or lace here, but every one that I have tried, I actually don't have enough to go all the way around the edge. So you know what? Let's pop over to Dollarama and get some lace and finish this. So both of my sleeves are now on, and it's time to grab that lovely Dollarama lace here and stitch it on and bind up the hem. And I think I'm going to put it around the top of the sleeve area here as well. And this absolutely gorgeous cropped spring jacket is now complete and ready for action. And I think it just came out so adorably. How cute is that around the sleeve area and of course on the bottom? And you can see here, I actually went around on the front as well as on the back, and then I just stitched the bottom of the lace together. So this bottom chopped hem is totally bound up and nobody can see that it's just a chopped hem anymore, and it looks super duper cute. And you know what else? I think this has to be one of my greatest Refashionista tips ever, and something that I learned to do very, very early on when I first started sewing. So doing this kind of a border or detail has the double effect of concealing any wonky seams. So there's a tip for you. If you have a seam that is on the outside of your garment and maybe it just doesn't look so great, but it's still totally functional, like you don't have to unpick it, add some cool trim or embroidery or some of that ribbon, anything, and it covers it up beautifully and looks great. These were fine though. I just did this so everything became more of a cohesive look. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag. And don't forget to go visit my brand new super fancy site at refashionistasheri.com.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.